What's up, guys? This is the Hobo Nichols State of the Union address. As you can see, there was no video or no commercial that rolled before the video because it doesn't matter anymore. Um, let's get one thing right off the rip. I'm not quitting. I'm not taking my channel away. I just want to talk about some things with some people. First thing, I know a lot of people are on edge right now. One thing everybody needs to think about is, first off, the people who are barely at the monetization point right now, you're making $1, $2, even if you're making $10 a month. I get it, it's money. But is the difference between getting paid $10 a month and getting paid no dollars a month the reason to quit? I mean, that's on you, but you got to think about all the work you've put in thus far and the amount of work it's going to take to get to where YouTube moved the goalpost. I've put in a crap load of work. And before I go any further, Kyle, Colby, my kids, if you're watching, I'm going to ask you to turn this off because there's probably going to be some words you don't want to hear Dad say. All right. Turn it off, boys. All right. So I've seen a couple people cooking-wise threw in a towel today. I want you guys to reconsider that. I know at least one channel makes better content than I do. And if I can survive, you can survive. I mean, have you watched my videos? They're terrible. I don't have an artistic eye for the camera. You know, put camera here, throw meat on, do this, do that. But YouTube's a grind. I mean, YouTube started in 2005, 2006. What we know today up till February 20th of, have a certain number of views and you hit the monetization. That's not how it was in the beginning. In the very beginning, only a handful of people YouTube chose to have monetization. I've been at this. I started this channel in November, I think it was, of 2016. I didn't make my first video until April 30th of 2017. My second video I didn't make till June 24th of 2017. So I kept track of some stats on a calendar at work. And on July 31st, I had 59 subscribers. Today, I've got 483. That's, from the day I started till now is 262 days. That means I've gotten one subscriber a day. Most people, you don't meet a friend every day. You don't meet a new person every day. So thinking that you should be getting more than one person to follow you every day in the beginning of your life here on YouTube, rethink that. Right now, if you look at like Social Blade and stuff, like I get, 3 to 5 to 6 people follow me every day. I make a shitty video that pisses people off, I lose 15 subscribers. It's all part of what you do, but you got to get past that and not quit. So I've seen people say, oh, well, this is the Logan Paul thing, and this is YouTube lashing back and trying to make it look like they've done something. Well, if you go back through and do a little bit of research, you'll see that YouTube has hinted at this well before the Logan Paul incident happened. I've watched all the Roberto Blake, all these guys, the Gary, whatever the hell his name is, that talks about everything. And, that's what I did when I got home from work today. Everybody's got their viewpoint as to what caused this. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what causes. What matters is what you do from this point forward. You want to quit? Quit. That's on you. But when you go to YouTube in 6 months from now and everybody quit, and the only people you have to watch is Ballistic Barbecue, Christy Cooks, whoever it is that is past that threshold, say there's 50 of them, you're going to get tired of watching only 50 people. And you're going to go, I wish there was somebody doing something different. I wish I didn't have to watch the same handful of personalities. I wish that I didn't have to do this. And you're going to go, I wish somebody would you know, make some videos. Well, the guy that starts at the beginning, you're going to go, well, he's going to have a hard time. There's people that are really close to that threshold. It's probably going to take me 6 months to get to where that threshold is, but I'm in for the grind. You got people like Keith Bettag who's watching this right now. He doesn't give a shit about monetization. He doesn't give a shit about making money on his channel. He doesn't give a shit about if somebody wants to send him every product in the world to review. He does it for fun. You know, there's a lot of the old school guys like Keith and Baloney Ring Ranch, guys like that, you know, I'm going to quote Keith because I've seen him say this a dozen times, if not more. It's more about the friendships that you create than it is about the dollars. You know, I've been monetized since end of November, beginning of December. I think YouTube says it owes me $40. I've made 150 some videos. I don't do math well in my head. Somebody figure out what that is. But I've spent more money in that I'm making than what I'm getting back. And at the end of the day, I already had a camera. I already had a computer. I'm going to eat the meat or whatever the hell it is I cook. These aren't losses. And this is what bugs me when I see people go, you don't know how much it costs to make a video. I'm talking cooking because that's my wheelhouse. If you're from outside the cooking community, then hey, I don't know what you do. Maybe what I'm telling you right now is full of shit. Just tune out. Don't give a fuck. You gotta look at what's real. You know, if you're eating what you're doing, you were gonna eat it anyways. You're not out anything. If you had to buy some video software, I get it. So that $100 you got to extrapolate over the life of how long you're going to have it. Maybe it costs you 50 cents $1 a video. So if you make $1 per your video, you broke even. Anything beyond that is gravy. That's what I'm struggling when I see people wanting to quit because I know how much work people have put in. I talk to people all the time. I get messengers. I've got new channels or people talking about wanting to make a channel asking me, hey, can you help me out? Can you explain this to me? How does this work, etc. There's a lot of work in this. I get that. But even if you want to look at what the worst case scenario is, one of two things, which I don't think either is true. I think there's a real thing here that I'll get to in a minute, but YouTube hates small channels and they're wasting up bandwidth, whatever. Okay, maybe that's true. So do something about it. They're not gonna, if they just kick you the fuck off, that's on them. But if they force you to quit, be a dick. Shove it back in them and go, I'm not leaving. I'm gonna keep throwing my videos and waste your bandwidth. If you're mad, get even with them. You can do that. Have at it. The other side of it is that the Logan Paul thing, he screwed up, which you can look back, like I said earlier in the video, and see that they've already been hinting at this. So it's not that, but there's bad actors out there. The only person I can think of to relate it to was Baby Back Maniac 2 months ago or so. I came across a channel. It was a channel posting all his stuff. What these people would do is they'd post up videos, they'd jump in real quick, make some money. By the time YouTube caught it, is what it is. YouTube, I watched Dame Drops. Love Dame Drops. He's been helping out Sauce Stash and everything, but Dame Drops video today, I don't agree with it because he made the point of YouTube, why don't you spend the money to figure out a way to review all these videos and figure out who the bad actors are? That doesn't make math sense, Dane. You know that. I get the angle you're coming at with your new channel. I'm where you're at, but that doesn't make sense. There's a level of self-policing that needs to go on, and there's a level of you're posting videos for free. The old guys here remember 2005, 6, 7, somewhere in there. If you wanted to host pictures on the internet, you had to pay for it. Think about anybody that makes a video right now. How many gigs of data are you making YouTube store right now? And it's costing you nothing. And you're pissed off right now because I'm not getting my monetization. Well, they're hosting your stuff for free. There's something like 400 hours of video put up every minute or something ridiculous like that on YouTube. There's a shitload of cost there that you're not thinking about that's costing them money. I've seen people say, "Oh, well, YouTube's making all this money." I can't confirm or deny because YouTube's really tight on their information. The only thing I can find is some data going back to 2015 that says up to that point, YouTube has not made a dime. So let's just say the last 2 years they've been kicking ass. What about the 9 years before that where they lost their ass? Do you not think they should recoup some of that money? Even just break even at that point? This is what I want you guys to really think about this point forward. There's a lot of people right now that are trying to figure out, what am I going to do? Barlow, I'll hit on that in just a second. Um, grind it out, see what happens. Go 6 months. If YouTube moves the goalpost to 100,000 subscribers and whatever, I seen Roberto Blake made the comment that he's been looking at this for a while. And when you hit 10,000 subscribers, you unlock everything on YouTube. And he made the point that was his guess a month ago as to what this was going to become when they did move the goalpost. And he was really surprised that it was just 1,000. And 1,000's hard. I'm at 483. I'm sitting there going, how the fuck am I going to get to 1,000? It doesn't, I can't figure it out. But at the end of the day, I'm growing 3 subscribers a day. Even if it's 1 subscriber a day, that's basically a year and some change from now, I'll hit that metric. View time's not hard. Make videos. Don't make 30-second videos. Make videos that make sense. The people that are probably watching us, make cooking videos. You don't need to show every step, but, maybe you stretch it out just a hair. Do what works for you. Look at your analytics. You guys all have that data in front of you. Barlow made the comment, there's other ways to make money on YouTube aside from AdSense. Yes, there is. One thing this is my personal viewpoint. I've shared it with a handful of other people. I made a prediction. You can ask In for the Grill Barbecue that there was going to be a huge shakeup here. I made this prediction 2 weeks ago or so. This is that huge shakeup. I'm not a prophecy. I just kind of felt something was coming. The other thing that's going on is YouTube and Amazon don't get along at all. Hate each other right now. You can't. Amazon Fire Stick's not allowing the YouTube app on there. YouTube's not allowing Amazon end cards on their videos. I'm going to throw this prediction out there that says, don't be surprised if you're not allowed to have an Amazon link down in your description, like a lot of you guys are doing. You can sell product. There's affiliate links for all types of stuff. Do what your conscience tells you to do, because you're probably going to make more money with that than the AdSense. PewDiePie, and the thing is, I don't even know who these people are. I just hear the name PewDiePie. I watched like 3 videos and I go, I don't get how people like this crap, but that's on them. The Logan Paul thing, I don't get it, but clearly the 12-year-old girls up to whatever love this crap. Have it. But figure out what works for you, but don't be surprised if you try to circumvent YouTube that you don't end up with a consequence. Not saying you're going to get one, but you're putting yourself out there. If you go down, and this is just me being honest, if you go through when you set up your description for your video and everything, somewhere in the advanced or whatever it is setting has a thing that says, are you selling a product or pimping a product or promoting a product, whatever the hell it says. And I'm just curious if you don't put that in there and YouTube starts getting conflicting videos. I'm pushing Coke and then they put a Pepsi ad. The reason that's down there is to try to not conflict with what you have. But clearly YouTube is taking the side of the advertisers right now. So be careful with that and be honest. Or don't be honest. It's on you. I don't give a shit if you get kicked off of YouTube because I don't give a shit. I warned you. From what I've seen, what my thoughts are, is what it is. All right. So one other thing that I'm seeing, so I've been on Reddit today, Facebook, YouTube itself. People are all getting to the point where they're going, I'm 200 subscribers away. I've got the view time subscribers. So if YouTube's looking for a way to boot people off, it's not hard for them to figure out the sub for sub stuff. Even on Reddit, a bunch of people started making threads on, does Reddit call them threads? I don't know what the fuck they're called. Made threads and said, hey, subscribe for me, I'll subscribe for you. Don't get yourself booted off or something like that. And the other thing is if Susie's knitting channel, if I follow her, I'm not going to watch her channel. Nothing from it. All it does is screw up your subscriber to view to watch time statistics, and it's a waste of time. Just don't do it. It's a short-term gain that's going to screw you later on, because these are the type of things that YouTube's looking now is watch time. You know, a month ago we all thought it was how many views do you have? It's 11,000 or whatever the hell the number was. We're good to go. I'm monetized now. Well, you got that 11,000 views. If nobody is watching you from that point forward, you're not making any money. Or if just your sister and your cousin are watching you, you're not making any money. If just the people you're friends with on YouTube, meaning other creators, are watching you, that doesn't amount to a hill of beans, because they can't be friends with and watch everything that goes on YouTube in whatever niche that you're in. The people you need to worry about are the people that when they comment in your video, you go, I've never seen that name before. Who the hell's that guy? And as of recently, I've started to get those type of subscribers, and I'm like, there's no little icon there. It's just like the letter T, and because his name's Tom. Those are the people you need to be looking after. Those are the people you need to be figuring out how to get. All right. Anybody in the 16 people watching got a question? You know, I'm kind of all geeked up right now, so if you want to just cattle prod me, now's your time. Hobo is telling you guys to watch my vids for 10 minutes, not 6. Here's my thing, Keith, is I'm guilty of it too. I'll start a video and I'm like, you know what? I'm not entertaining it today. And I'll fast forward to the end to see how it turns out. It happens. It happens to all of us. Does that make me a bad person? Yes. It probably does. Now, I watch YouTube for probably 5 hours a night. I'm probably subscribed to 240 people. Thursdays is a bitch. You can't keep up with everything. Plus, I do the hot seat. Which, by the way, on Thursday, if you've made it this far, Robert Roy is going to be on the hot seat. Some point in time in the near future, I think Meathead's going to be in the hot seat. How many do you know in our group that quit without giving names? Robert Roy. I know of at least 2, I believe. Barbie wants to know, will you sing a song from The Lion King? I don't know a song from The Lion King. Let It Go is the closest Disney thing you're going to get out of me. All right, so I promised myself I'd get off here at 10 o'clock because I'm doing 3 streams back to back to back. The third one's not going to be on YouTube. Just to take a step back, don't quit. Give it a little bit and see what the fuck's going on. You know, you got all these people freaking out on the internet that don't know what the hell they're doing. They're making up stuff. They're, oh, we're going to quit. We're going to go to Twitch. We're going to do this. You know, something I forgot that if you didn't watch the other day, you don't know. Amazon just registered Amazon Tube, Amazon, like 4 or 5 different websites with Tube in it, that they're probably going to start some kind of YouTube type thing somewhere in the near future. Amazon or Apple is about the only 2 people that have the money to take on Google and YouTube. No. I don't know what, when, if, why, if it happens. I'm not telling you not to go start over there and see what happens. You know, maybe play both sides of the fence. You know, not like you got a wife and a mistress. You just kind of got 2 people that don't know each other. You could probably get away with it. Quest Hunter at R Shack Barbecue. How many started their channel just to make income? That's a good point. So I started my channel because I was watching people going, I could do that. I didn't even know what income was. Like I said, I started in April, first video, second video in June, until end of November, December is before everything was free. I don't know how many videos I had up to that point. I've got 100 and some change now, 125. So I'm going to say probably 100 of them were free. And I don't feel guilty about anything like I lost anything. Uh, if you're not doing it for fun, you have no passion because you enjoy it, maybe this isn't what you should do. And if you're not gaining any traction and you're not having any fun, but you still are looking for the golden ticket, maybe you should switch, close the channel down, start over, create something new, or just see if you can transition from one thing to the other. Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin, I will not quit. Until YouTube suspends my account, that won't happen. It won't. Can't do it. There's too many people already that want me to quit because they're all pissed off at me, that now it's just fun to still be here. And the other thing, my kids watch my channel most of the time, and my kids got me a sweatshirt. Mrs. Hobo's mom got me this cutting board for Christmas. This is a thing. This is an actual product. And when I say, I don't mean the cutting board, I mean this channel is a product. It's real. It's tangible. It's something I created. It's something you guys have all created. You just want to give up on what you created? All right, Max Barbecue Team, are you guys saying you can make money on YouTube? Yes, Max Barbecue Team. It used to be after 11,000 views, you could start getting monetized. Now you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of view time in the last 12 months. Ooh, chat got away from me. Meathead says, I started to bond with my kid. I've built it. Might as well make some money and have some fun. I agree with you. Robert Royce says, what happened to the people that used to say, I like making videos because it's my passion? Most of them were saying that to try to cope with the fact that they weren't getting anything, I'm guessing. Kent Vanderweerd, income? Hell, I'm still broke. That's why I have a regular job. Yes, Kent, everything I told you 4 days ago on the phone about how this works completely changed last night at 11 o'clock, because that's what time the email came out, and everybody's world went upside down. I'm getting dizzy watching that circle go around and around. Rock on. Is everybody getting the circle, or just Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin? All right. I'm not going to say your name. Says he agrees with everything you have said because I don't want somebody to hate you for me saying it. You don't want to be associated with me. I'm bad juju. In for the Girls says, my 6-year-old asked me if I'm making it a YouTube video this weekend. Your answer better be yes, because she's cute as a button. Fill that girl up with food. Sorry, Max Barbecue Team. I can't keep up with everything while I'm doing it. It's okay. Quest Hunter at our Shack Barbecue says, any money I spent would have been spent on grills, so probably a good thing for me. Yeah, Corby, this is the thing. YouTube's known this was coming out, and I know everybody's bitching right now because January is the CPMs have been low. What a lot of people don't understand is, the reason that December's big is because ad budgets get to the point where they have to spend that money by the end of the year. It doesn't carry over to next year, so that's why people make a boatload of money in December on YouTube. And then January sucks because the guy that sells the ad has to get his boss to buy off on how much money they spend for the rest of the next year. So basically, there's very little money spent in January. So is what it is. Probably February will pick up. Everything I've seen statistically from what I've read, February picks up, and then there's a little dip at some point in the summertime, and then it picks up through the fall, through the Christmas season. Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin says, what do you like and dislike about my channel? feel like I should have one of those super chats where I go through your channel, Fred. Fred, honestly, what I like about your channel is it's no bullshit, and I don't see you going this. All right, take this for what it's worth. This is my viewpoint. I'm not judging other stuff, but Fred gets to the point, cooks food, and it's not a big fucking ball washing show of this is the newest product. If I made you mad by that, I'm okay with that. Deal with it. That's a green bastard comment that he uses that I can see there's some validity to it because I've had people send me messages in the last couple of weeks saying YouTube, well, not the last couple of weeks, it's been 3 weeks now since Christmas time that people have said, hey, YouTube feels like it's a giant commercial. If you're doing stuff like that, my advice to you, back it off a little bit because people are seeing it for what it is. If this isn't me, I don't give a shit. When I have people that are sending me messages, asking me questions about it, am I seeing it that way? I'm like, well, I hadn't thought about it that way, but yeah, now I get what you're saying. If people that are in the know about it, the people that are watching your videos are probably at some point in time going to get tired of it. I watched a video the other day where within the first minute and a half, there's 3 products pushed. What the product was, where it was bought at. 3. We hadn't even gotten to any cooking process. It was fucking raw food on the table. And that opened my eyes up to saying maybe there's a problem here. Keith Betag says, if for no other reason, make a vid and show us how you do it. You might not get rich, but you might show somebody something. Keith, there's a lot of truth to that. I had another guy send me a video or send me a comment not too long ago that said, if I have to watch another fucking rib video, I'm going to fucking pull my hair out. And I'm like, well, what do you mean by that? And he said, we're at the point now where YouTube's been around for 13 years that cooking wise, everything's been done. And I'm like, well, I get that, but there's new ways of doing things, etc. That's something you got to take into account. Everybody does something different and everybody has a viewpoint on how they do it. And everybody has an opinion on which way, what product they like. Figure out a way to get along. I partly learned that lesson. I don't know that I learned a lesson. I made an opinion and had a shitload of people get mad at me. And you know what? At the end of the day, I can go, you know what? This conversation got had that didn't get had. And I didn't do it for. So here's what's funny. I got told you did it for views, you did it for this, you did it for that. I didn't do it for any of that crap. I did it because that conversation wasn't on the internet. And it sure as hell, somebody's going to pull up some random Facebook or internet or forum post and go, yeah, here it is. Show it to me when it's been on YouTube, because it hasn't. I'm going to wrap this up in the next minute. I'm going to go through. Test Cook says July is another bad month. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Barlow, I see what you did there. That's my viewpoints. Leave comments down below. Tell me how much you hate me. Unsub me. Don't give a shit. I'm here for the long haul and deal with it until YouTube says we're done with you, Hobo Nickel Barbecue. Thanks. See you guys tomorrow on the hot seat. We got Robert Roy, Marion, Griddle Guy, California Guy, 9 o'clock Eastern time. You know the deal. We do it every Thursday. Hasta la pasta. We're done here. I don't know any more languages. Hitting the stop broadcast button. Peace out.